Good evening and welcome back to Bert Lacasse Park for game number 17 of the 2026 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier Tournament. This evening's game will feature the visiting team for this game, the Tecumseh Thunder. They will be taking on the home team for this game, the Oakville A's. We will quickly go through the starting lineups for both teams. First for Tecumseh, leading off, playing center field, number 11, Miles Miller. Batting second, the second baseman, number 19, Caden Gomes. Batting third, shortstop, number 16, Dan Workington. Batting fourth, the DH, number 27, Cam Goddard. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 13, Ross Barker. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 18, Kalman Chiz. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 32, Noah Ruddle. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 10, Roberto Duncan.
Getting off for the Tecumseh Thunder.
And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 24, Austin Miller. The starting pitcher for the Tecumseh Thunder this game is number 36, Tyler Amlin. We will get to the Oakville starting lineup in the bottom half of the inning. The battery this game for the A's, the catcher is number 12, Troy Lacoste, and the starting pitcher is right-hander number 5, Alex Fulton. Miles Miller steps in. He takes a couple of pitches for balls. He has a 2-0 count as we are underway here in this one. That ball is going to get popped up on the left side. It will sail out of play and foul. Umpires for this game at home plate is Mr. Bob Blake. On the bases is Daniel Newell. So just underway here. First batter of the game, due up second, is the second baseman, Caden Gomes. With the shortstop, Dan Workington, due up third as that ball is flowing to left field. It's going to send the left fielder, Adam Doyle, as he has to backpedal hard towards the fence, but he will make the catch. And there is one out here.
Second baseman number 19,
top of the first.
Caden Gomes.
So Caden Gomes steps in here for the Tecumseh Thunder. Batting .337 on the year, 32 hits and 95 at-bats. 8 doubles, 3 home runs. He scored 31 times and has 11 RBIs on the season. Starting pitcher for Oakville is Alex Fulton. He delivers another pitch there for ball 2. 0-2 on the season in 7 games. 55 hits, 46 runs, 34 of those earns, 22 walks, 26 strikeouts. And currently sits with a 9 ERA as that ball grounded to third base, throws across the diamond. Fremantle able to pick that one out of the dirt. And there are 2 outs quickly here in the top of the first.
Shortstop number 16, Dan Workington.
So shortstop Dan Workington going to step in now for the Tecumseh Thunder. He belts that ball to right center field. And that one is going to leave the park. That is a solo home run for Dan Workington. As he sits on that fastball from Alex Fulton. And the Thunder jump out to an early 1-0 lead here at Lacasse Park. Workington's been putting together a pretty good season for the Thunder.
Hitter number 27, Cam Goddard.
Batting .365 so far in the year. 19 hits in 52 at-bats, 5 doubles. That is his 3rd home run of the year. 19 runs scored, 16 RBIs. As that ball grounded to first base, that's going to get picked up by Ryan Fremantle. He'll run over and step on the bag himself. And that is all for the Tecumseh Thunder here in the top of the first. So for the Thunder, they crack onto the scoreboard first. In this one, they get one run on 1 hit. There were no Oakville errors and nobody left on base. The score after 1/2 inning of play, it is the Tecumseh Thunder 1, with the Oakville A's coming to bat here in the bottom half of the inning. We'll quickly go through their starting lineup that will face right-hander Tyler Amlin, of the Tecumseh Thunder. Leading off and playing second base, number 6, Caleb Leff. Batting second, the left fielder, number 9, Adam Doyle. Batting third, the first baseman, number 7, Ryan Fremantle. Batting fourth and catching, number 12, Troy Lacoste. Batting fifth and playing center field, number 28, Steve Chum. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 50, Troy Valeriano. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is number 8, Nick Jagan. Batting eighth, the DH for this game, number 44, Mitch Over. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 99, Burnaby Salinas. And we just saw the starting pitcher for the Oakville A's is number 5, Alex Fulton. This is the later game here in these third set of games that are happening today. There are a few games that are currently happening right now at other parks across the region. We'll quickly go through some of those updates for you now as we pull them up here on our computer.
Good job.
Everything is just loading up here now. In the game out at Amherstburg right now, they are playing, I believe it is in the 7th inning right now, the Etobicoke Rangers.
Number 6, Caleb Leff.
The Etobicoke Rangers leading that game in Amherstburg, 5-4 right now over the Ilderton Riverhawks. In other action that's happening at the big stadium at Cullen Field, it is the Windsor Stars and Ajax Spartans playing in that game right now. They are currently in the 6th inning. It is the Windsor Stars 4, the Ajax Spartans 1. And in the game happening, I believe it is out at Woodsley Park. In an all-GTBL matchup there right now. They are in the bottom of the 5th inning. It is the Thornhill Reds 3 and the Newmarket Hawks no score. So we are underway here in the bottom of the 1st inning, The only other game happening during this time slot right now, besides our game that we're featuring, is the Milton Red Sox taking on the Sarnia Brigade. They are at Soulier Diamond over at the Micmac Sports Complex. And once that game gets going as well, which it should be about 5 minutes in, we will get some updates for you in that game as well. 3-1 count here on the leadoff batter, Caleb Leff. That ball is going to get slashed to short right center field. That is going to drop in. And the leadoff man aboard here for the Oakville A's. As Leff leads off with a single to
Adam Doyle.
short right field. That will bring up the A's left fielder, number 9, Adam Doyle. Doyle putting together a pretty good season for himself right now. Currently hitting .595, 25 hits and 42 at-bats. He's played in 13 games, 7 doubles and 8 home runs, which to this point right now I believe puts him 2nd in the province, just behind Sam Brown of the Leaside Leafs. He has scored 20 runs and has 24 RBIs as he takes a big hack at that fastball, fouls it out of play. Again, just underway here, bottom of the 1st inning, 1-0 Tecumseh Thunder in this game on a solo home run off the bat of shortstop Dan Workington. That ball's going to run inside. That catches Doyle in the hand. So he'll make his way to first. So after giving up a solo shot in the 1st inning, the A's with something cooking here in the bottom of the 1st.
Fremantle.
As they have runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out. Ryan Fremantle steps in now, batting .276 on the year. Limited action for him in 9 games. He has 8 hits and 29 at-bats. A double with 3 RBIs and 4 runs scored as he fouls that one into the netting for strike 1. Young right-hander Tyler Amlin takes the mound this game for the Thunder as he gets that fastball by Fremantle for strike 2. Very quickly, he's in an 0-2 hole here. Oh, 2 pitch. That's going to miss down and away for ball 1. Again, we'll keep everyone apprised of the games that are happening right now as Fremantle swings and misses that one. First base is occupied, so he is down on strikes for the first out here in the home half of the first inning.
Catcher number 12, Troy Lacoste.
I will bring up the cleanup hitter for the A's, catcher number 12, Troy Lacoste. Lacoste takes a good hack at that one, fouls it into the netting for strike 1. Looks like the Milton Red Sox and Sarnia Brigade just getting underway at Soulier Field. Waiting for the information to show up for that game right now, but Chris Bloom is just about to lead things off against Sarnia Brigade pitcher Jake Taylor in that game, who will take the mound for the Brigade. As soon as we get some lineups, we'll have a peek through that one. As well as all the other games, there are 4 other games happening during this time slot, as well as our featured game here at Burt Lacasse Park. Ameling going to step off as Caleb left getting quite a hefty lead out there at second base. That pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 the count now on the catcher Troy Lacoste. That ball caught on a line. What a play there by first baseman Roberto Duncan as he dives and goes full out to snare that one in the air. He throws to second base to double up Caleb Leff, who was there. And what seemed like a little bit of trouble there for the Tecumseh Thunder turns into no runs across for the Oakville A's.
For Oakville in the bottom of the first, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left.
So for Oakville in their half of the first inning, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Tecumseh errors. And the A's leave 1 runner on base. We are through 1 inning of play here at Burt Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. The score, the Tecumseh Thunder 1 and the Oakville A's no score. We're going to take a quick break here at the park. We'll be right back for the top of the second inning on day 1 action of the 2026 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier, with action brought to you by CABC Baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are all set for the top of the second inning here at Lacasse Park. 5-6-7 due up for the Tecumseh Thunder. Right fielder Ross Barker will get things going as he takes ball 1 down and away. from right-hander Alex Fulton. That ball belted, and that's going to take a high hop over the third baseman, Bernabe Salinas, and into left field. That is a leadoff single for the Thunder here off the bat of Ross Barker. Barker, 321 average on the year. 25 hits and 78 at bats for Barker. 6 doubles, 2 home runs. He scored 12 times and has 15 RBIs on the season as 22U call-up Calvin Chiz is going to step in now, and he belts the ball, and that is also going to get into left field. As back-to-back singles have the Thunder off and running here in the top of the second.
Catcher number 32, Noah Ruffle.
John DeWolf, hello. Thanks for tuning in. Again, after this half inning, we'll get into some updates from other games around the region that are happening. Some of them starting before this game at 5:30 and 6 o'clock, so we'll be very close to getting some final scores in those games. Noah Ruddle squares the bunt. He takes strike one on the outside corner. So the count 0-1. Fulton with his sign now and comes set. Here's the pitch, squares the bunt again. That one going to get fouled into the backstop off of the catcher, Troy Lacoste. So the count now 0-2 is Ruddle unable to get the bunt down to advance the runners. I have to assume he's probably swinging away here. That ball going to get fouled into the top of the netting. Keeps the count 0-2. 1-0 Tecumseh in this game. They get a solo home run in the top of the first inning from shortstop Dan Workington to get things going here in this one. Oakville looked like they were going to be able to answer back, but a couple of great defensive plays stymied that rally for the A's in the bottom half as that ball ripped just over by the Oakville bench. So count still 0-2. Fulton with a long look in here at catcher Troy Lacoste. He has the sign he wants now. Here's the pitch. Curveball. That's going to be off the hands and just over the head of shortstop Nick Jagan into center field. Shum going to make the throw in from the outfield. And the base is now loaded here for the
first baseman number 10,
Tecumseh Thunder.
Roberto Duncan.
So Alex Fulton going to have to do some work here now as the bases are loaded here in the top of the second with nobody out. Number 8 hitter Roberto Duncan steps in, playing first base this evening. First pitch to Duncan. A slider that's going to miss down and away for ball one. That pitch popped up. It is going to be towards right center field. Catch is made. Here's the throw to the plate. It is going to trail up the third baseline. And the sac fly off the bat of Roberto Duncan.
Left fielder number 24,
pushed another run across
Austin Olds.
For the Thunder. They now lead in this game 2-0. Ross Barker coming across the plate there with the run. So it leaves runners on first and second here with one out. And the number 9 hitter, left fielder Austin Olds, will step in. He takes ball 1 from Fulton. Kelman Chiz takes the lead from second base. My apologies, Noah Ruddle takes the lead from first as Austin Oulds tips that one into the catcher's mitt for strike 1. If you're joining in on the stream tonight, thank you so much for taking part of your Friday evening with us. We hope you've enjoyed all the action that we've carried here today at the tournament. That one just missing outside for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Fulton with the sign. He comes set. Here's the pitch. One's going to miss up and away for ball 3. Top of the order waits on deck in center fielder Miles Miller. It's the Tecumseh Thunder trying to apply a little bit of pressure in this one. Already up 2-0. That pitch is going to be popped up behind the plate. And it is going to get out of play. So the count now full 3-2. So with 1 out, we'll see if the Thunder put their runners in motion here to try and get something going. Fulton has his sign. Here's the pitch. That ball belted to right field. It will be caught there in right field by Troy Valeriano, just in foul ball territory. The runner will tag in advance as Calvin Chiz makes his way to third.
Center fielder number 1, Miles Miller.
So the Thunder have runners on the corners now with 2 outs. Put those up in our scoreboard as we forgot to. So only giving up 1 run right now would probably be pretty good considering the bases were loaded with with nobody out. As that slider drops in there for strike 1. Here's the pitch. That one belted to right field, and that will get through for a single. Miller makes his way to first. Calvin Chiz comes across the plate. That is an RBI single for Miles Miller.
Second baseman number 19, Caden Gomes.
So the Thunder able to extend their lead here, 3-0 now in this game. Still have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Caden Gomes steps in and he belts that ball to left center field. Steve Shum going to make his way back, and he will make the catch. And that is all for the Thunder here in the top of the second inning, but they are able to add to their lead as they peg on 2 more runs here. Now lead this game 3-0.
For Tecumseh in the top of the second.
So a big inning for the Thunder again. They scored 2 runs on 4 hits. There were no Oakville errors, and 2 runners were left on base. The score after 1.5 innings of play here at Bert Lacasse Park, it is the Tecumseh Thunder 3 and the Oakville A's no score. We'll do a quick check of some scores here as we do our in-tournament update, brought to you by Inked Baseball for all your baseball apparel and equipment needs. Make sure to hit up Dave Flanagan and their team at Inked Baseball. You can find them at inked.co on their website. The game that was happening out in Amherstburg is now a final score as the Etobicoke Rangers move to 2-0 after a slim 5-4 victory over the Ilderton River Hawks. So they will advance into Saturday with a pair of wins. Meanwhile, at Cullen Field at Micmac, that one also a final score right now.
The center fielder, number 28, Stephen Schillen.
As the Windsor Stars defeat the Ajax Spartans in that game by a score of 4-2, so the Stars move to 2-0 as well. So only 3 games left on the evening here so far. The game that's happening at Woodsley. The Newmarket Hawks have clawed their way back into this one now, as they score 3 in the top of the 5th inning, and that game is now tied 3-3 between them and the Thornhill Reds in an all-GTBL matchup. And the only other game on the diamond right now is at the Soulier Field, where the Milton Red Sox have an early 1-0 lead in that game over the Sarnia Brigade. So we'll keep tabs on those 2 games for you throughout our broadcast that we have here with our live game between the Oakville A's and the Tecumseh Thunder. Center fielder Steve Shum leads things off. So he takes a hack at that pitch and comes up empty for strike 2. Shum on the season, a .393 average, 22 hits and 56 at-bats. 2 doubles, 2 home runs. He's scored 15 times and has 10 RBIs as he faces 22U call-up Tyler Amlin in this game. That slider swung on and missed. So Shum is down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the inning. I apologize, we forgot to reset our scoreboard there.
Right fielder number 50, Troy Valeriano.
Too many things going on at once. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. Third baseman Troy Valeriano, right fielder Troy Valeriano will step in. He pops that up on the left side. That will be out of play. Valeriano this season, a .351 average, 13 hits in 37 at-bats. He played in 14 games. 5 doubles and a home run. Scored 12 times, has 7 RBIs. Is that ball going to get over the head of Roberto Duncan and into right field? Valeriano going to make the big turn, but he'll put on the brakes. As Ross Barker able to get over and cut that one off from getting into the corner. But the A's have a 1-out single.
Shortstop number 8, Nick Yagen.
So shortstop Nick Jagan going to make his way up for his first at-bat. He's swinging at the first pitch. That's going to get popped up down the right field line. A few players going to give it a look. That is going to fall just foul. Jagan on the season, batting .255 right now, 13 hits and 51 at-bats. 3 doubles. Scored 16 times and has 8 RBIs. That pitch going to miss inside for a ball. 1-1 now, the count. 3-0 Tecumseh Thunder in this one. Solo home run in the first inning off the bat of Dan Workington. The other 2 runs coming in the second inning. Sac fly from Roberto Duncan, followed by an RBI single from Miles Miller, as that one catches a piece of Noah Ruddle. So plate umpire is going to go for a walk, give him a second to collect himself. So the count 1-2. Here's the pitch. Jagan going to hit that one down the right field line. It will sail out of play into the Oakville bullpen. So Jagan putting up a bit of a battle here against Tyler Amlin. 1-2 pitch, slider. That one is belted to left field, but it will sell well foul out into the road. Not sure about the money line, Beef. That one fouled off at the plate as well. So Jagan doing a good job of extending this at bat, making Amlin throw a few pitches here. Count remains 1-2. 1 out. Runner at first is Troy Valeriano. He just singled to right field. Amlin going to have a look at him. He's back safely. One-two pitch. Another fastball, another foul ball. So Humpy's going to reload here as I was going to say, Beef, usually you're in the lineup hitting somewhere around the top. I didn't see your name this year. So count remains 1-2. Pitch from Amlin. Runner takes off. That pitch misses down. And Valeriano going to steal that bag without a throw. So a runner in scoring position for the A's again. Familiar to the first inning here as they had a pair of runners on. Jagan pops that one up and it will be out of play. We might go through the whole baseball budget here in one at bat by the sounds of it. So Jagan going to dig back in here. Valeriano takes his lead from second. Amlin has his sign and comes set. Here's the pitch. Slider that misses down and in for ball 2. So Amlin forced to do some work here this inning, throwing a ton of pitches. Say we're probably up to about 10 or 11 in this at bat alone as that ball misses upstairs. And that is a great at bat there by Nick Jagan as he draws the walk to put runners now at first and second.
Number 44, Mitch Over.
Stuff like that. You look at a scorebook at the end of the game, and if they are able to score some runs here, certainly that was about a 12 or a 13 pitch at bat. And you make the pitcher throw a bunch of pitches like that, certainly helps out as that pitch is going to miss down and in. Just gets away from Noah Ruddle a little bit, but not enough for the runners unable to advance. It's a good part of the country, Danny. I was just in Fredericton for 3 weeks. As that ball slashed down the left field line, it is going to stay in play. Left fielder Austin Olds is going to make the catch just in foul ball territory. So Over is down for the second out in the inning.
Third baseman number 99, Burnaby Salinas.
It's a good guy you guys are going to celebrate there, Danny, so hope you guys have fun out there. And to Ricky, congratulations to you and your wife-to-be. So 2 outs now. It will be the number 9 hitter and third baseman, Burnaby Salinas. He takes a hack at that pitch and comes up empty for strike 1. Salinas on the year, a 147 average, 5 for 34. All 5 singles, 2 RBIs, and 4 runs scored as that pitch misses down for a ball. Amlin set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is hit to left field. That's off the hands, and that is going to get down in front of Austin Olds. Runner getting the wave. Here's the throw to the plate. It is going to be up the first base line. And Troy Valeriano comes across the dish, and that is an RBI single for Burnaby Salinas. And the A's finally break through in this one as they still trail 3-1.
Second baseman number 6, Caleb Leff.
So Jagged makes his way all the way to third on that throw. We have runners on the corners for the A's, and we're back to the top of the order for runners at the corners and 2 outs here. I go from a wedding to now I'm trying to be recruited to the herd. I will not be making my way to Arizona, no. I think if I tried to throw a baseball right now, my arm might feel it quite nicely. It's been a few years off from throwing one of those things. Left takes that pitch for strike 1. Count even now, 1-1. Left 1 for 1 in this game, had a single. Back in the first inning, he ended up getting doubled off at second base on a great diving play by Roberto Duncan that inning. A check swing foul ball that will go to the backstop. That's where Adam Doyle waits if the inning is extended here. One-two pitch. That's going to miss up in the zone for ball 2. So the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners here for the A's. Nick Jagan, the runner at third. Burnaby Salinas with an RBI single this inning, the runner at first. He takes off to second. There's the pitch. That is hit to right field, and that might be trouble as that gets down in front of Ross Barker. Salinas going to make his way to third. And back-to-back RBI singles all of a sudden have the Oakville A's back in this game now as they trail 3-2. That one coming off the bat of Caleb Leff.
Left fielder number 9, Adam Doyle.
So runners remain at the corners with 2 outs here and a dangerous hitter in Adam Doyle at the plate now. Doyle this game got hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Caught him on the hand. So Amlin comes set. Here's his first pitch to Doyle. That's going to miss down in the zone for ball 1. Again, 2 games that we do know right now that are final scores. The Etobicoke Rangers defeat the Ilderton Riverhawks 5-4 in their game out in Amherstburg. That pitch is popped up a mile high just behind the pitcher's mound. Dan Warkington going to take control of that. He'll make the catch. And that is all for the A's here in the second inning, but not before they're able to get themselves back in this game as they played a pair of runs in this half inning. And now trail in this game 3-2.
For Oakville in the bottom of the second, 2 runs on 3 hits.
So beginning there for the A's as they're able to claw their way back into this game a bit. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no Tecumseh errors, and there were a pair of runners left on base. The score after 2 complete innings of play here at Bert Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. It is the Tecumseh Thunder 3 and the Oakville A's 2. As we were alluding to there before we had that pop-up, 2 games that are final scores right now. The Etobicoke Rangers defeat the Ilderton Riverhawks 5-4 out in Amherstburg. So they move to 2-0 on the tournament now. The Riverhawks sit at 1-1. The other game that is a final score, the Windsor Stars move to 2-0 as they defeat the Ajax Spartans by a score of 4-2 at Cullen Field at Micmac Sports Complex. The Ajax Spartans, because they had the bye in the first round, they dropped to 0-1. A couple other games that are happening that are still live right now. The Thornhill Reds and Newmarket Hawks in an all GTBL matchup. They are currently tied 3-3 as they play in the 6th inning. That game is happening out in Woodsley. And at the Soulier Diamond, at the Micmac Sports Complex, the Milton Red Sox have extended their lead here as they play in the top of the 2nd inning. As the Red Sox lead the Sarnia Brigade right now 4-0 in that game as they play in the top of the 2nd inning. This in-tournament recap brought to you by Inked Baseball. For all your apparel and baseball equipment needs, make sure you reach out to Dave Flanagan and their team at Inked Baseball. We are into the top of the 3rd inning now at Lacasse Park. It is the shortstop, Dan Workington, who will take a pitch down for ball 2. Dan, 1 for 1 in this game as he had a solo home run back in the 1st inning. And that got things underway for the Thunder's offense as he hits that ball hard down to 3rd base. It will be foul, though. So the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander Alex Fulton on the mound here for the A's. He will deliver the 2-1 pitch as that one sails up and in, and that will catch Workington in the back. He'll make his way to first. A little bit of a wave there from Fulton. Obviously, he didn't mean for that pitch to get away.
Designated hitter number 27, Cam Goddard.
So the HBP has the leadoff runner aboard here for the Thunder, and it will be the DH for this game, Cam Goddard, who makes his way to the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first baseman Ryan Fremantle back in the 1st. That one going to go off the shin pad of Troy Lacoste just up the first base line, but a runner not going to be going anywhere. So the count 1-0. Right fielder Ross Barker waits on deck. Here's the pitch. A curveball that's going to miss up in the zone for ball 2. Again, we've kind of talked about this, I won't say ad nauseum yet, but the last 2 games that we've watched, you know, pitchers being able to pitch backwards in those fastball situations, as that ball is absolutely belted to right field. And that ball is out of here. Cam Goddard got every piece of that pitch. And he drives it over the Sobeys sign out in right field. He makes his way around the bases. That 2-run bomb gives the Thunder their 3-run lead back as they now lead 5-2.
Right fielder number 13, Ross Barker.
That first pitch in there to Ross Barker for strike 1. Barker on this game, 1 for 1 with a single in the 2nd inning. That ball going to get popped up to left field. It will be Adam Doyle making his way in. He makes the catch. And Barker is the first out here in the top of the 3rd.
Third baseman number 18, Kalman Chiz.
So 1 out here. It will be third baseman Kalman Chiz. And for his second at bat, he's also 1 for 1 with a single in the 2nd inning. Scored a run as well. Barker also scoring a run this game as that ball belted down to third base, and tough inning for the Tecumseh third base coach. He's 0 for 2 on ground balls. Diana, thanks for joining in from Niagara Falls this evening. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one taken inside by Chiz for ball 3. We will have a full slate of games for you tomorrow on our live stream, as that pitch is going to miss outside for a ball. So Chiz will make his way down to first with the walk.
Catcher number 32, Noah Revel.
We won't know what those matchups are yet. Once this game is done, we're going to go look at what the matchups are going to be at 10 a.m. as well as 1 p.m. to see which teams are playing. Then we'll shoot out those games that we're going to cover on our social media pages as well as on the CABC website. You'll notice that we're putting asterisks beside the games that we're going to cover. So all that information is there. You'll also find on the results page that there is a link there to our CABC YouTube page where you can find all the action that we're going to be bringing you this weekend, up to and including the final, which will take place on Monday morning at Cullen Field over in Windsor. That ball is belted to center field. That's going to send Shum back to the wall. That is off the 400 sign, off the top of the wall. Runner getting the wave into the plate. Throw coming into third base. That throw is going to be wide. An RBI triple for Noah Ruddle. Adds another run here for the Thunder. They now lead in this game 6-2.
First baseman number 10, Roberto Duncan.
You're right, Chiz. I'm kind of only one Chiz that I played against growing up. You're right. That pitch misses outside for ball 1 to Roberto Duncan. That pitch going to find the outside corner for strike 1. Even the count now 1-1. Duncan in this game 0 for 0. He had a sac fly back in the second inning. That pitch just going to miss the inside corner for a ball. 3-1 now the count. Thunder with their hitting shoes on this inning. They've put up 3 runs so far. That fastball going to find the outside corner for strike 2. Sorry, it evens the count now at 2-2. My apologies. I thought it was 3-1 on that pitch. Runner waits at third base. That is Noah Ruddle, who just had an RBI triple. That slider hit on the ground just up the middle, and that is going to be into center field as it finds its way under Fulton, under the middle infielder's gloves, and into center field for another run. As that now extends the Tecumseh lead to 7-2, and that's going to draw a mound visit here from A's coach Danny Roderick.
Left fielder number 24, Austin Olds.
Third hit of the inning for the Tecumseh Thunder to go along with that hit by pitch and a walk. Been a little bit of a recipe of disaster here for the A's now, as the Thunder have put up 4 runs and extended their lead in this one 7-2. First pitch to Austin Olds in there for strike 1. Olds 0 for 1, flew out to the right fielder, Troy Valeriano. Big hack there from Olds. He catches a piece of that one, but tips it into Troy Lacoste mitt for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch from Fulton. That one hit on the ground hard to third base. Nice play there by Burnaby Salinas. On to second, on to first. That throw will pull Ryan Fremantle off the bag. So the Thunder are left with a runner on first.
Miles Miller.
As Austin Olds will reach on the fielder's choice. So runner at first with 2 outs. Nice play there by Salinas as he gets the force out at second. First pitch to Miles Miller misses upstairs for ball 1. Miller 1 for 2, singled in the second inning, flew out to left field in the first inning. That ball is belted to right field. Right fielder looking up at the wall. That ball is out of here. A 2-run home run for Miles Miller as he gives out a big yell to the bench. And the onslaught continues here as Miller's home run now extends the lead to 9-2. And that will be it on the evening for Alex Fulton as he'll make his way out of this game. RBIs number 2 and 3 for Miller in this game as he picks up his second hit on the home run to right field. So we'll take a brief pause here. It's been all Tecumseh Thunder in this inning as they've put up 6 and currently lead this game now 9-2. We'll take a quick break as the new pitcher for Oakville will warm up. We'll come back with that defensive change here in a couple of seconds.
Cameron Cook.
Welcome back to
Second
Cass
baseman,
Park.
number 19, Caden Gomes.
Defensive changes here for the Oakville A's. Now in at pitcher is number 23, Cam Cook. As he takes over from starter Alex Fulton, who can't make it out of the third inning in this one as the offensive onslaught by the Tecumseh Thunder continues here. They've scored 6 runs in this inning, currently lead this game now 9-2. Swing and a miss there from Thunder second baseman Caden Gomes. The count evens up at 1-1 here. He's 0 for 2 on the game. Grounded out to third, flew out to center. For Cook on the season, an 0-3 record in 25 innings of work. He's appeared in 11 games. 30 hits, 24 runs, 13 of those earned with 10 walks and 12 strikeouts. Currently has a 4.6 ERA. 2-1 pitch hit on the ground hard. Nice play there by Nick Jagan. Strong throw across the diamond. That was quite the play there from Nick Jagan, but he's unable to get the speedy Caden Gomes as he's able to beat that one out. That will go down as an infield single.
Shortstop, number 16, Dan Workington.
And we are through the order here for the Thunder in the third as we are back to shortstop Dan Workington, who led off the inning. First pitch from Cam Cook. That one up and over the head of Workington and to the backstop. The runner, Caden Gomes, going to advance to second. So another runner in scoring position here for the Thunder. Caden Gomes is second. Dan Workington at the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch. I went up in the zone for ball 2. Again, there will be a full slate of games happening tomorrow. Game times are at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. tomorrow. So we will keep everyone apprised of what games we will be covering. We will also update the schedule before we leave the park here tonight. That ball is tattooed to left field, and Adam Doyle is going to have a look at that one. That is a 2-run home run for Dan Workington. That is home run number 2 on the game for Workington. And that will extend the lead now to 11-2 for the Thunder.
Designated hitter number 27, Cam Goddard.
Quite the game for Workington as he's 2 for 2 with a pair of home runs, 3 RBIs. He got hit by a pitch as well. He's been on base all 3 times. As Goddard takes a big hack at that one, he'll foul it off down the right field line. Goddard also in on the home run train this game. He's 1 for 2. The 2-run home run back in the 3rd inning. He grounded out the first back in the 1st inning. That ball belted to right field. And that one going to leave the park as well. Second home run for Goddard in this game as well, as he makes his way around the bases on the solo home run. Now makes the score 12-2.
Right fielder number 13, Ross Barker.
Barker takes that first pitch strike from Cam Cook. Ball hit on the ground to third. Play going to be made there by Burnaby Salinas, and a big inning comes to an end for the Tecumseh Thunder as they blow this game open with 9 runs here in the top of the 3rd. They currently lead this game 12-2. So a big inning there for the Thunder. They scored 9 runs on 7 hits. There were no Oakville errors, and they leave no runners on base. We head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The score in this one, after 2.5 complete innings of play, it is the Tecumseh Thunder 12 and the Oakville A's 2.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd for the Oakville A's, The first baseman, number 7, Ryan Fremantle.
So Ryan Fremantle going to lead things off here against Tyler Amlin. He rips that ball down the first base line foul. Fremantle 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first at bat. Catcher Troy Lacoste due up second, with the center fielder Steven Shum due up third. A 1 pitch. That one going to miss down for ball 1. Fremantle, one of the veteran guys that's been around this Oakville team for a few years now. Again, like we said earlier in the broadcast, it looks like he's had a little bit of limited play this year. He swings and misses that one for strike 2. So the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Amlin has looked pretty sharp so far in this one, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits. That ball belted between first and second, and that will get into right field. Fremantle able to take that fastball that looked like a mislocation there, caught a good part of the plate. And he rips that one into right field for a leadoff single.
Number 12, Troy Lacoste.
So that will bring up catcher Troy Lacoste. Lacoste 0 for 1. Looked like he had a single back in the first, but a great diving play from Roberto Duncan that doubled up a runner at second, took them out of a bit of a rally they had going that inning with 2 runners on and nobody out. So that one's fouled to the backstop for strike 1. Again, we'll get to some updates after this half inning. We do have 2 games that are final scores. We'll get to those in a second. That slider going to drop in for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. That fastball going to miss the outside corner for ball 1. Also, if you're looking for up-to-the-minute updates on the tournament scores so far, we have everything updated on our CABC website, cabcbaseball.com, from the 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. games. That pitch is going to miss inside for a ball. A little bit of a look there from Amlin as he thought that one caught the corner, but Humpy says just misses the inside. 2-2 the count. Fremantle takes off. That pitch in there for strike 3. The throw to second. Not in time. So Fremantle steals second. Lacoste is going to be down on strikes for the first out in the inning.
Center fielder, number 28, Steven Shun.
First pitch to center fielder Steve Shum misses for ball 1. Shum in the game, 0 for 1 with 1 strikeout. Looks like a changeup there from Amlin. Good pitch as he has Shum out in front for strike 1. One pitch from Amlin. Fastball. It's in there for strike 2. So the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fremantle takes his lead from second. Here's the pitch to Shum. Fastball catches the outside corner, called strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Tyler Amlin.
Right fielder, number
Has a pair
50,
of outs here now for the Thunder.
Troy Valerino.
It will bring up third baseman Troy Valerino. Valeriano. My apologies. That ball hit down the third baseline, but it is foul. Just outside the bag. Valeriano, 1 for 1 in this game with a single and a run scored. He also has a stolen base. 0-1 pitch. That one in there for strike 2. So Valeriano down in this count now, 0-2. Ryan Fremantle, the runner at second for the A's. He reached on a single to right field. Pitch from Amelin. That one is going to miss down for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Fastball in on the hands. That's popped up to third base. That play will be made by Kalman Chiz. And the A's end up stranding a runner at first base.
For Oakville in the bottom of the third, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left.
So for the A's in the bottom half of the third inning, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Tecumseh errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. The score through 3 innings of play here at Lacasse Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. It is the Tecumseh Thunder 12 and the Oakville A's 2. We will have a quick peek at our tournament summary here so far with the games going on here in the evening. Brought to you by Inked Baseball in the Greater Toronto area. Again, we do have 2 games that are final scores from this late time slot. The Etobicoke Rangers moved to 2-0 as they defeated the Ilderton Riverhawks by a score of 5-4. Over at the big stadium at Micmac, it was the Windsor Stars moving to 2-0 as they defeat the Ajax Spartans by a score of 4-2 in that game. So they will advance into Sunday with a pair of wins. In the 7th inning, out at Reg Chevalier Field in Woodsley, the Newmarket Hawks have come all the way back, and they lead in that game 4-3 now over the Thornhill Reds as they play in the 7th. And then the only other game happening over at the Soulier Diamond at the Micmac Sports Complex. The Sarnia Brigade have started to eat into that Milton Red Sox lead a little bit. It is Milton 4, Sarnia 2, as they play in the top of the third inning.
18, Kalman Chiz.
So as long as we're on the air, we'll keep you in touch with all of those updates that are happening. Again, at the end of this game, we will go in and update our CABC baseball website underneath the National Qualifier tab. It is listed as the Old Ontario Eliminations Tournament on the tab. So if you look there, you'll find the results from this year's tournament. Everything else that's been played so far has been updated, as well as the matchups that are coming up tomorrow as well. So that pitch is in there for a strike to third baseman Kalman Chiz. That evens the count at 1-1. Cam Cook into this game pitching now. He takes over from starting pitcher Alex Fulton. That slider hit on the ground to third. A little bit of a sideways hop there on Burnaby Salinas, but recovers nicely and makes the play. We need to reset our scoreboard, which we will do now. So the 5-3 putout is the first out here in the 4th inning.
Catcher number 32, Noah Ruddle.
So 1 out, catcher Noah Ruddle will make his way to the plate. Ruddle in this game, 2 for 2, a triple and a single. Scored a run, he has an RBI. Takes that pitch down for ball 1. Both of these teams will advance into tomorrow. That ball laced to left field. That is going to get down and past Adam Doyle to the wall. He will saunter over and pick it up. He'll make the throw into third base. And Ruddle will make his way into second base with the stand-up double.
First baseman number 10, Berto Duncan.
And after putting up 6 runs in their first game, the Thunder certainly have shown up with their bats this game, as they've now put up 12 runs here on 13 hits. The Oakville A's have 2 runs on 5 hits in this one. No errors by either team yet. That one hit off the end of the bat. Cam Cook going to make his way over. He will pick that one up and scoop it on to Ryan Fremantle at first. And Roberto Duncan is down for the second out.
24, Austin Olds.
The runner, Noah Ruddle, does advance to third on the throw, or on the hit. So 2 outs. We're at the number 9 hitter for the Thunder now, Austin Olds. First pitch from Cam Cook. A fastball is going to miss down for ball 1. Cook with the 1-0 pitch. That one hit up the middle, and nice play there by Cook to knock it down. He'll make the throw to first. And good job by Cook fielding his position there on the last 2 plays as he's able to get out of the 4th inning without allowing a run to the Tecumseh Thunder.
For Tecumseh in the top of the 4th, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left.
So for Tecumseh in the top half of the 4th, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Oakville errors. And the Thunder leave 1 runner on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Bert Lacasse Park in beautiful Tecumseh, Ontario. The score, the Tecumseh Thunder 12 and the Oakville A's 2. We will take a quick pause here as Tyler Amlin makes his way back out to the mound for inning number 4 of his job in the mound this evening. We'll be right back here in a couple of minutes. Day 1 action of the 2026 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier Tournament. Action brought to you by CABC Baseball. We'll be right back.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning at Bert Lacasse Park. Tyler Amlin back to work on the mound. It is shortstop Nick Jagan to lead things off as he swings through strike 1. Jagan 0 for 0 with a walk in his first plate appearance. That pitch misses down for ball 1. He's also come around to score 1 of 2 runs on the game so far for the A's. That pitch going to miss down as well for ball 2. Again, as we alluded to earlier, both these teams will advance into Saturday's action. One will advance with a 1-1 record. The other will advance with a 2-0 record. That ball laced up the middle, just off the glove of a diving Dan Workington and end to center field. So good attempt there by the Tecumseh shortstop, but that will go down as a hit for Jagan.
Designated hitter number 44, Mitch Over.
So that will bring up the DH, Mitch Over, who's 0 for 1, flying out to left field. That first pitch taken down for ball 1. There goes Jagan off the second. Throw from Noah Ruddle. Not in time as that goes off the bottom of Workington's glove and into center field. So the count 2-0 here on Mitch Over. Nick Jagan now stands at second base with the stolen base after the single up the middle. 2-0 pitch from Amlin. That one fouled into the netting for a strike. So the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Long way to get back into this one for the A's, but they're still swinging the bats here, which is good to see, as that one fouled into the netting as well for strike 2. Two-two pitch. Fastball up in the zone for a ball. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Amlin. That one swung on and missed. And Mitch Over down on strikes for the first out here in the 4th inning.
Third baseman number 99, Burnaby Salinas.
So that will bring up the number 9 hitter, the third baseman, Burnaby Salinas. Salinas 1 for 1 today with an RBI single back in the 2nd inning. He takes a big hack at that pitch for strike 1. Hamlin doing a good job attacking batters here and going after them with fastballs, mixing speeds and locations too, which helps. For 1 pitch. Change up is out in front. That popped up behind the dish. Alvarado looks like he has a beat on that. He'll make the catch. A very nice change up there from Tyler Amlin. Gets Burnaby Salinas to pop out to the catcher.
Second baseman number 6, Caleb Leff.
So 2 outs now. We're back to the top of the order for second baseman Caleb Leff. Leff in this game 2 for 2. Pair of singles. He also has an RBI. Runner takes off to third. That slider in there for strike 1. That throw down to third gets away from the third baseman and into left field. And Jagan going to make his way across the plate. So Jagan able to manufacture that run all on his own. Hits a single up the middle, steals second, steals third, and end up scoring on the throw that gets away from the third baseman, Kalman Chiz. So the score now is 12-3. That pitch in there for strike 2 to Caleb Leff. That pitch way up and in for ball 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed by Leff. Leff down on strikes to in the bottom of the 4th inning, but the A's able to get 1 run back. They still trail in this game, though, 12-3 right now. So for the A's in the bottom half of the 4th inning, they score 1 run.
1 run on 1 hit. It was 1 error.
For the A's in the bottom half of the 4th inning, 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Tecumseh errors, and there were no A's runners left on base. We are through 4 innings of play here at Bert Lacasse Park. The score, the Tecumseh Thunder 12, the Oakville A's 3. We're going to go back and have a look at some of the action that is still ongoing here during this evening session of games. Looks like the game out at Woodsley is into the bottom of the 7th now. Looks like the Reds have runners at first and second right now with 1 out as they play in the bottom of the 7th there. That is a 4-3 Newmarket lead in that game. And in the other game that's still going right now over at the Soulier Diamond at the Micmac Sports Complex, they are in the top of the 4th.
Now pitching for the Oakville A's, number 10, Zach Kavanaugh.
They're in the top of the 4th inning in that game with Milton hanging on to a slim 4-3 lead in that one now as Sarnia continues to claw their way back into this one. It is Milton hitting in the top of the 4th. We do have a defensive change here for the Oakville A's, is now in pitching is right-hander number 10, Zach Kavanaugh.
Leading off the top of the 5th for the Tecumseh Thunder, the center fielder, number 1, Miles Miller.
So the Thunder back to the top of the order here with center fielder Miles Miller making his way to the plate. Miller in this game, 2 for 3, flew out to left field. He had a single in the 2nd inning and a big 2-run home run in the 3rd as he takes a first pitch strike from Zach Kavanaugh. That pitch up in the zone for a ball. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Caden Gomes due up second this inning with the Thunder shortstop Dan Workington due up third as that pitch taken up high as well for a ball. As we said earlier, the Thunder with their hitting shoes on in this game as that ball popped a mile high to right field. Doesn't look like the right fielder. Oh, there he saw it at the last minute there. He does make the catch as Troy Valeriano makes the catch there for the first out.
Second baseman, number 19, Caden Gomes.
Quite a power show being put on here by the Thunder as they have 5 home runs in this game. Two off the bat of Dan Workington, 2 off the bat of Cam Goddard. Oh, maybe there was 4 this game. I apologize. Thought there was a 5th one. Either way, 1 out here for the second baseman, Caden Gomes. He takes that pitch away for ball 1. 1 for 3 this game, a single in his last at bat and scored a run. He's also grounded out to third, flew out to center. That pitch going to drop in there for strike 1. As we are being serenaded by the cicadas here at Bert Lacasse Park. That ball roped down the right field line. That's going to get down. And that will be cut off by the right fielder. Here's the throw into second base. The tag. Not in time. That was a great throw by Troy Valeriano from right field as he was able to cut that one off from the corner.
Shortstop number 16, Dan Workington.
Apologies, forgot to flip our scoreboard over there. We are in the top of the 5th now. So that will bring up shortstop Dan Workington, who is having himself quite a game. 2 for 2 with a pair of home runs, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. That pitch is down and away for ball 1. He was also hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning. One 0 pitch from Kavanaugh. That ball hit hard down the third base line, but foul. So the count 1-1 here on Workington. Pitch from Kavanaugh, a little curveball up in the zone for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count, and see quite a few of the batters and fielders kind of swinging away. A lot of mosquitoes and bugs out here tonight. That pitch going to miss down for ball 3. 3-1 the count now on Workington. That ball belted to right center field. That's going to get in the gap into the wall, off the base of the wall. Caden Gomes going to get the wave to come home. And that is a double for Dan Workington, as he picks up RBI number 4 on the game. And the Thunder now lead this game 13-3.
Number 27, Cam Goddard.
So Cam Goddard at the plate, also having a good game this one. 2 for 3, a pair of home runs himself, 3 RBIs, and a pair of runs scored. Grounded out to first, back in the first inning. First pitch from Kavanaugh. Curveball up in the zone for ball 1. Again, a reminder, following this game, we will be updating all the scores on the website. There are still 2 games in action right now. 2 games are final scores already tonight. That fastball up in the zone for ball 2. The final scores that we have, the Etobicoke Rangers move to 2-0. They defeat the Ilderton Riverhawks 5-4. And at the stadium, it was the Windsor Stars moving to 2-0 as they defeat the Ajax Spartans by a score of 4-2. That ball popped up to third base. Lariano going to give it a look. He's unable, Salinas, my apologies. Is that one just out of his reach, and it will skip out of play foul. We do have 2 games still ongoing right now. We gave updates for those, but we can revert back to them here real quick. They are still playing in the bottom of the 7th out at Woodsley. It is 4-3 Newmarket over the Thornhill Reds in that one with 2 outs. That ball is foul. Looks like right now the bases are loaded for the Thornhill Reds with 2 outs in that inning. So we'll see how that one goes. And then the other game at the Soulier Diamonds, it is 4-3 Milton over Sarnia as they play in the top of the 4th inning there. That pitch swung on and missed by Goddard. He gives a little bit of a smile there going to the bench. So Goddard down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
Fielder number 13, Ross Barker.
So 2 outs now. Right fielder Ross Barker going to make his way up to the dish. Barker 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Workington takes his lead from second. That pitch misses down for ball 1. That pitch on the outside corner for strike 1 from relief pitcher Zach Kavanaugh, who takes over here to start the 5th. Takes over from Cam Cook. Kavanaugh, the 3rd pitcher this game. Alex Fulton drew the start. He got through 2 1/3 innings before he came out. That pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 the count. That one in on the hands of Barker, and that will be dribbled foul down the third base line. The count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 13-3 Tecumseh, leading this game over the Oakville A's as we play here, top of the 5th inning. Dan Estee on the call here for the CABC baseball. That pitch going to miss outside for a ball. Full count now, 3-2. No runner at first, so I'm assuming Workington will not be on the move here. Full count pitch from Kavanaugh. That one popped up right at home plate. It is the pitcher who makes the call, and Zach Kavanaugh makes the catch. Little bit shaky, but able to make the play, and only holds the Thunder to 1 run in that inning. on the RBI double from Dan Workington.
Party comes in the top of the fifth. One run.
So for Tecumseh's top of the fifth inning, 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Oakville errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. The score after 4.5 innings of play here at Bert Lacasse Park, it is the Tecumseh Thunder 13 and the Oakville A's 3. Tyler Amlin back out to the mound for his 5th inning of work. We are going to go check those 2 games again real quick while we have a second. I know people are asking me for updates, so we'll get going here. Still, or just into the bottom of the 4th inning now for the Sarnia Brigade and Milton Red Sox. The Milton team still leading that game by a score of 4-3. And the Thornhill Reds, sorry, just scrolling through plays here to see what we got. Looks like the Thornhill Reds have walked off the Newmarket Hawks as they get 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Looks like they win that game by a score of 5-4. We'll just wait for confirmation on that, as the score in the line score and the score on the plays that we're looking at is 2 separate things right now, but we'll get confirmation on that in a second. But right now it looks like a walk-off win for the Thornhill Reds in that game.
Left fielder, number 9, Adam Doyle.
So 2-3-4 due up here for the A's in the bottom of the 5th is left fielder Adam Doyle going to lead things off. He is 0 for 1 today. He popped out the shortstop, was hit by a pitch back in the first. First baseman Ryan Fremantle due up second. And the catcher Troy Lacoste due to hit third in this inning against right-hander Tyler Amlin, who delivers a strike there. Count now 1-1. Just want to take an opportunity to thank all the folks who have joined in on our 3 games that we've covered here today. That ball going to get chopped foul over by the Tecumseh dugout. Been a lot of fun bringing you these 3 games so far. Like I said, we're going to have a full slate of 4 games tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Once we have a look at matchups following this game, we will see where everyone sits, and we will start to select the games we're going to go and cover. That ball popped up and out of play, just over by the cabin. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Doyle. As we talked about earlier in the game, Doyle having a pretty good season for himself. He has 8 home runs right now. Been hitting the ball well. That slider misses inside for a ball. Evens the count, 2-2. Two-two pitch from Amlin. That one popped up, and then we'll be back and at a play off to our left. So, even with the big spread here, the Oakville A's still making Amlin work for his outs. As Doyle seeing quite a few pitches here. Here's another 2-2 pitch. Fastball, check swing, foul ball down the right side. So Doyle taking a second to reset his batting gloves here. Another 2-2 pitch from Amlin. Slider that's going to miss down and away for ball 3. Count now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Doyle the leadoff batter of this inning as Ryan Fremantle waits on deck. Full count pitch. Fastball laced up the middle, and that is just over the head of a leaping Dan Workington and gets past the center fielder Miles Miller. So the leadoff man aboard here for the A's as Doyle runs into second base, so that will be a single with an error.
First baseman number 7, Ryan Fremantle.
So the single on the play, the error charge to Miles Miller in center field as he mishandles that one. It gets past him. Allows Doyle to take the extra base there. First baseman Ryan Fremantle going to make his way to the plate now. First pitch from Amlin. Fastball that's down and in for ball one. Fremantle on the game so far, 1 for 2. A single and a stolen base in this game. He struck out back in the first.
You were late.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fremantle fouls that one back and out of play. So the count now 1-1. Hamlin has his sign and comes set now. Here's the pitch. That one tipped into the glove of Noah Ruddle for strike 2. So the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun gone down here in Tecumseh, but the humidity still sticking around. Weather not looking too promising for Sunday right now, which may be an issue. Is that ball flowing to left field? Oh, left fielder didn't have a bead on it. He lost that one in the sky. Doyle going to make the turn around second, or around third, excuse me, and he'll score. And it's that tough time of the night where the sky is not exactly completely dark yet, but still light enough that it's easy to lose a ball just like that.
Catcher number 21, Jack Williams.
So that will go down as a hit, and it will be a double for Fremantle. That is his second hit of the game. He picks up an RBI on that play as well as looks like we do have a pinch hitter now for Troy Lacoste as that pitch misses inside for a ball. This is Jack Williams who's hitting here for the A's. That pitch misses inside as well. So the evening all over for catcher Troy Lacoste as he goes 0 for 2 in this game. That pitch in there for a strike. Evens the count now 2-2. Two pitch from Amlin, up and in for ball 3. So the count now full 3-2. Fremantle, the runner at second. He takes his lead. 3-2 pitch to Williams. Fastball swung on and missed. And Williams down on strikes for the first out here in the home half of the 5th.
Center fielder number 28, Stephen Shun.
That is strikeout number 7 on the evening for young Tyler Amlin. That ball chopped foul down the third base line. Quick updates here while we go. It is confirmed a final score from Woodsley. It is the Thornhill Reds who come back and walk off the Newmarket Hawks by a score of 5-4 in that game. That ball fouled into the netting. So the Reds move to 2-0 on their tournament as they head into Saturday, with the Hawks dropping to 1-1. The only other game happening besides our feature game here is at the Soulier Diamond. And the Sarnia Brigade, as that ball is popped up down the right field line. Roberto Duncan makes the catch. Runner tags, but they're not going to go anywhere. That game at the Soulier Diamond right now between the Sarnia Brigade and the Milton Red Sox tied 4-4 as the Brigade batting in the bottom of the 4th.
Right fielder number 50, Troy Valeriano.
So we are going to get a trip to the mound here by Coach Jamie Kell. Looks like he is going to take the ball from Tyler Amlin. So Amlin going to make his way out of the game. And I don't think that has anything to do with performance, as Tyler threw great tonight, more so probably for pitch count, as they may want to use him later in the tournament. So we got a runner at third base with 2 outs here for the Oakville A's. We're going to take a quick break while the new Tecumseh pitcher takes their warm-up pitches, and we'll come right back with the defensive change here in a couple of minutes. 13-4, the Tecumseh Thunder lead this game over the Oakville A's. Day 1 action of the 2026 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. So while we have a second, again, still getting text messages, so we're quickly going to run through those scores. Again, we are going to update them at the end of the night on our website. The Etobicoke Rangers, they go to 2-0. They defeat the Ilderton River Hawks by a score of 5-4. Over at Cullen Field, it was the Windsor Stars moving to 2-0. They defeat the Ajax Spartans by a score of 4-2. The game out in Woodsley is now a final score. The Thornhill Reds move to 2-0 as they walk off the Newmarket Hawks by a score of 5-4. And the only other game happening is at the Soulier Diamond, and that is a 4-4 game between the Milton Red Sox and the Sarnia Brigade as they play, just starting the top of the 5th inning. New pitcher for the Tecumseh Thunder is right-hander Eric Carducci. He delivers ball 1 to right fielder Troy Valeriano. That slider misses outside for ball 2. Valeriano on the evening, 1 for 2 with a single and a run. He also has a stolen base. That ball laced to left field just over the head of Kalman Chiz. That throw coming into the plate. That's going to go off the glove of Noah Ruddle. The runner at third, Fremantle, getting the stop sign there from Coach Danny Roderick. So the A's have runners on the corners now with 2 outs after the single from
number 8,
Troy Valeriano.
Legion.
That's Valeriano's second hit of the night. Now we'll bring up shortstop Nick Jagan, who is 1 for 1 with a single and a pair of stolen bases. He also has a pair of runs scored and walked back in the 2nd inning. He takes that pitch for strike 1 from Tecumseh reliever Eric Carducci, who takes over for starting pitcher Tyler Amlin. He goes 4 2/3, giving up 4 runs on 9 hits. That pitch also in there for a strike. So the count now 0-2 here on Valeriano. Ryan Fremantle, the runner at third. Troy Valeriano, the runner at first, as Jagan takes that pitch down. My apologies. Jagan is the batter, Valeriano at first. They check the swing there. They say no swing. So the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. Bottom of the 5th. That pitch from Carducci. That is a called strike 3. I don't think Jagan thought that was a strike. I don't know if even Carducci thought that was a strike, as he looked like he was hopping off the mound to come get the ball back from the catcher, Noah Ruddle. But either way, that is everything here for the A's in the bottom of the fifth.
For Oakville in the bottom of the fifth, 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left.
So Oakville's home half of the fifth inning, they get 1 run as they extend this game on 3 hits. No errors for the Tecumseh Thunder, and Oakville leaves 2 runners on base. We head to the top of the 6th inning here at Burt Lacasse Park. The score, the Tecumseh Thunder 13 and the Oakville A's 4. I know how Nick's name is pronounced. It's unfortunately that's not me, that's the PA announcer, so I will make sure to have a chat with him after in case they play here again. So we push on in this game as the A's are able to play to run and avoid the mercy rule. So we're into the top of the 6th. It is third baseman Calman Chiz who's swinging first pitch. He hits that ball on the ground to third base. Third baseman misses it, but Nick Yegan picks up the ball. Makes a strong throw to first, but first baseman Ryan Fremantle unable to hang on to it.
Oh, okay, close one.
That ball hit hard to third base. Good play there by Salinas. On to second, on to first. And Ruddle will be safe there on the fielder's choice. So there's a runner on first here with 1 out.
First baseman number 10, Roberto Duncan.
So good play there by Salinas at third base to get the lead runner. That pitch misses for a ball as well. 2-0 the count on Roberto Duncan as he takes that pitch up for ball 3. That pitch in there for strike 1 runs the count now to 3-1. Another fastball in the outside corner for strike 2. So the count full now, 3-2 on Roberto Duncan. Duncan 1 for 2 this game with a single. That ball hit hard to third base. That's going to get by Salinas and into left field. Runner getting the wave to third. Here's the throw from Doyle to third base, and a short hop throw there. Otherwise, Rudd'll probably DOA there at third base, but he's able to slide in there safely. So that is a single for Roberto Duncan.
Jack Lewis.
His second hit of the game. Runners now at second and third in this one. Still one out. And it will be the left fielder, a pinch hitter. My apologies. We will get that name now. So Lewis is the batter. Is that ball flowing to right center field? Catch will be made there by Valeriano. He will throw into Yagan at shortstop. So the sac fly there from Lewis.
Center fielder number 1, Miles Miller.
That will bring in a run, so Lewis picks up the RBI. Extended back to a 10-run lead now at 14-4 here for the Tecumseh Thunder. That pitch misses for ball 1 to center fielder Miles Miller. Miller 2 for 4 this game, a pair of flyouts. He has a single and a home run. That ball is going to get into the gap in left center and down. That will go all the way to the wall. Duncan's going to come in to score. Miles is going to make his way to third. Here's the throw in from the outfield. So another run coming across for Tecumseh.
Second baseman number 19, Caden Gomes.
Another RBI for Miller. That's his 4th on the evening. The lead back to 14-4 here. Third hit of the night for Miller. He's just a double shy of the cycle, as Caden Gomes takes strike 1 from Zach Kavanaugh. That pitch going to miss for ball 1. Gomes on the evening, 2 for 4, a single and a double and a pair of runs. That pitch going to miss outside for ball 2. It's been a 3-headed monster here for the Tecumseh Thunder tonight, as Dan Workington and Miles Miller both with 4 RBIs apiece. Cam Goddard with 3. That pitch going to miss down and in for a ball. Workington and Goddard both with 2 home runs, while Miles Miller has a home run himself. That pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. So the count full now to Caden Gomes, 3-2, with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Miles Miller takes his lead from third. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Gomes. And that is all for the Thunder here in the top of the 6th, as they're able to push across 2 more runs. So Tecumseh's top of the 6th inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no Oakville errors. And there was one runner left on base. We trek on to the bottom of the 6th inning in this game. Eric Carducci out for his 2nd inning of work. The score, the Tecumseh Thunder 15, the Oakville A's 4. We'll take a quick break. Actually, before we go to break, we'll check that game that's still going on at Soulier Field. They are just starting the top of the 6th there. The only game left going besides our feature game here. Chris Bloom stepping into the box here in the top of the 6th. It is still tied 4-4 between the Sarnia Brigade and Milton Red Sox. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th here from Bert Lacasse Park in 2 minutes. So off we go here to the bottom of the 6th inning at Bert Lacasse Park. A 15-4 lead here for the Tecumseh Thunder over the Oakville A's in this one. It is designated hitter Mitch Over due up first. The third baseman, Burnaby Salinas, due up second. Back to the top of the order for Caleb Leff, who will hit third this inning as Over takes that pitch from right-hander Eric Carducci for strike 1. Anthony, we gave some updates there last inning, but the Reds game is over. Thornhill scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th to win that game by a score of 5-4 over Newmarket. The other 2 games that have finished, the Stars beat the Ajax Spartans 4-2. That pitch is in there for strike 2. And the Etobicoke Rangers, they got their game going early today because they both finished earlier in the day. They defeated the Ilderton Riverhawks by a score of 5-4. Nice slider there from Carducci. That one swung on and missed by Over. He is down on strikes for the first out here in the 6th. Second strikeout for Carducci and 3 batters.
Third baseman number 99, Burnaby Salinas.
So with 1 out, third baseman Burnaby Salinas going to make his way to the plate. 1 for 2, a single in the 2nd, popped out to the catcher in the 4th as that ball is a broken bat back to Eric Carducci. He'll run it over to Duncan at first and make the flip. And there are now 2 outs here. So the A's down to their final out in this one.
Second baseman number 6, Caleb Leff.
No problem, Anthony. Glad to give the update. And again, we will update all these scores on the CABC website immediately following this game before I start to pack up and head back to our residence for the night. First pitch to Caleb Leff. Fouled back and out of play. Pretty good night for Leff. 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. He struck out in the 4th. One pitch to left down in the dirt for ball 1. You can have a look at what you need to look at.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the count 1-1. That ball fouled back and out of play off to the right. So the A's down to their final strike. The count is 1-2 here on Leff. Looking to try and get a baseball back into play here. It's been a rough night for the baseball budget here, I think. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here on Caleb Leff. as they are now down to their final strike in this one. Carducci with a look in. He has his sign and comes set. That pitch just missing inside.
Thank you very much. Here, we'll take a picture. So we're playing. Hey, we got to take a picture because we'll.
That ball up the middle. Nice play there to get to the ball, but that throw is going to go over the head of Roberto Duncan.
Thank you. Oh my God, look at those gold marks.
So the A's able to extend the game here as they
Left
get
fielder
a runner
number
aboard
9,
here with 2 outs.
Adam Doyle.
Hope you have a good evening too, Anthony. Thanks for dropping in. So first pitch to Adam Doyle, and this is outside for ball 1. They're going to check. Umpire says yes on the swing. So that will flip around to a strike, and the count is now 0-1. That pitch drops in there for a strike 2, and Doyle now down 0-2. So again, the A's down to their final strike in this one. Runner takes off to second. That pitch is in the dirt to the backstop. As he gets by catcher Noah Ruddle. So Leps will take that base. Count now 1-2 here on Adam Doyle. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Doyle. And that is the ball game here from Bert Lacasse Park. No runs on 1 hit here for the A's in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be right back in a second with our post-game report, and then we'll update some scores here before we head off air for the night. So for Oakville in the bottom of the 6th
Play
inning.
continues tomorrow here at Lacoste Park. There will be 4 games.
Bottom of the 6th inning for the Oakville A's. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. The final score here from Lacasse Park this evening. It is the Tecumseh Thunder moving to 2-0 in this year's national qualifier as they defeat the Oakville A's by a score of 15-4. Winning pitcher on the evening for the Tecumseh Thunder is young right-hander Tyler Amlin. The losing pitcher for the Oakville A's is starter Alex Fulton. And there were a plethora of home runs for the Tecumseh squad in this one, as they belted 5 home runs in total, 2 by Dan Workington, 2 by Cam Goddard, and 1 by center fielder Miles Miller. Again, just a quick update for you that are still on the stream right now. Again, from all our games today that are happening here in the evening time slot, the Etobicoke Rangers move to 2-0 as they defeat the Riverhawks of Ilderton by a score of 5-4. At the main diamond over at the Micmac Complex, the Windsor Stars move to 2-0 as they defeat the Ajax Spartans by a score of 4-2. In the game out in Woodsley, it was the Thornhill Reds who pull off a big comeback in that game as they walk off the Newmarket Hawks by a score of 5-4. And the only game left going here so far on the evening is the game happening at the Soulier Diamond. And they are in the top of the 6th inning now. 2 outs for the Milton Red Sox, but they have reclaimed the lead in that one as they are currently ahead 6-4 over the Sarnia Brigade. So we are going to update all the scores on the website right now before we pack up and get ready to go. those will all be up and sorted out after we get back to our residence tonight and have a peek at the matchups that are happening tomorrow. We will have a peek and see where we're going to end up as far as matchups go and what we will be covering throughout the day. Again, we will have 4 live streams tomorrow, one at 10, one at 4, one at 1, one at 4 p.m., and the last one will be in the evening time slot at 8 p.m. Again, the final score here this evening from Bert Lacasse Park. It is the Tecumseh Thunder 15 and the Oakville A's 4. Thank you so much for joining us here on day 1 of the 2026 Ontario Men's AAA National Qualifier. 3 great games that we watched here today, and we're certainly looking forward to some great action tomorrow wherever we end up at the park. Take care, have a great evening, and we'll see you all back here Saturday morning.